October 29, 1929. The day the world changed forever. One moment Wall Street was booming, the next it was crumbling. Millions lost their jobs, families went hungry, banks collapsed overnight. But was it really just a stock market crash that triggered the Great Depression? Or is there more to the story? Today, we uncover the hidden truths behind the worst economic disaster in history. The stock market crash? The tipping point? We've all heard the story. The Roaring '20s were an era of excess. The stock market soared to record highs, and investors thought the good times would never end. But behind the scenes, an economic storm was brewing. People weren't just investing, they were gambling. Borrowing money they didn't have to chase stocks that would never keep rising. Then, in October 1929, panic hit. Stocks plummeted. Billions vanished overnight. But here's what they don't tell you. The crash wasn't the cause of the Great Depression. It was only the beginning. The banking collapse, the real disaster? Imagine this. You wake up, go to your local bank, and find the doors locked. Your life savings? Gone. In the early 1930s, thousands of banks failed, wiping out people's money in an instant. Why? Because banks had invested your deposits in the market, and when it collapsed, they collapsed too. No insurance, no bailouts, just empty pockets and broken dreams. The lack of federal regulation allowed banks to gamble away people's hard-earned money. But here's the twist. Some of the richest families of the time managed to protect their wealth while everyday citizens suffered. Coincidence or something more? The global domino effect. The crisis didn't just stay in America, it spread like wildfire. Europe, already struggling after World War I, was hit hard. Global trade collapsed. Nations raised tariffs, which only made things worse. Instead of working together, countries pulled apart, deepening the crisis. Sound familiar? Could we be repeating history? The warning signs were there in the 1920s, just as they are today. The hidden truths. Could it have been prevented? The government didn't act fast enough. In fact, many policies at the time made things worse. High interest rates, failing to inject money into the economy, and a lack of financial oversight turned a recession into a full-blown depression. It wasn't until Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal that things slowly started to turn around. Public work programs, financial reforms, and government intervention helped rebuild a broken economy. But the real question is, could it happen again? The lessons we must learn. History has a strange way of repeating itself. We saw echoes of the Great Depression in 2008, and maybe even today. Are we heading toward another economic catastrophe? And if so, are we prepared? The past holds lessons, but only if we're willing to listen. What do you think? Could another Great Depression happen in our lifetime? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more eye-opening history videos, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep questioning history.